Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Many people ask, why did your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam marry a 9-year-old girl? I want to tell something about how can you call Islam the perfect religion when children were being married to a grown man? First of all, judging 7th century marriage by using 21st century standards is totally unfair, because at that time it was common across many civilizations for girls to marry as soon as they reached puberty, and according to Jewish law, at that time girls could be promised for marriage from age 3 and married after reaching puberty. And even in Christian Europe, King Richard II of England married a 6-year-old girl named Isabella of Valois in the year of 1396. So why do you accuse Islam for this, when it was normal in many other cultures at that time? Also, children grew and matured differently at that time because they lived naturally with healthy food, clean environment and no artificial hormones. Like a 9-year-old girl on those days was not like a 9-year-old today. And let's say if we come to judge Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam fairly, we must also look at the type of his marriages. Like he married Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha, a widow 15 years older than him, and he remained loyal to her for 25 years until she passed away. And after her death, most of his marriages were to widows or divorcees, and it was mainly to protect them or unite Muslim tribes. And in the case of Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, was the only young virgin the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married, and he did not marry her out of his desire. He only married Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha after receiving a revelation in a dream, a command from Allah to marry her. And dreams of the Prophet ﷺ are a form of divine command, not imagination or lust. It's always a revelation to the Prophet ﷺ about the task that they got to do. So this marriage was completely based on a common command, based on the plan and wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the personal desire. And you might be asking, what was the wisdom behind the command? We can see this wisdom today by marrying the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at a younger age. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha lived many years after his death, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which allow her to narrate over 2,000 hadiths, covering personal, legal and everyday life details. She also became one of the greatest scholars of Islam. She also documented the Prophet ﷺ actions and sayings, which now form a foundation for Islamic law Shariat. And without her close relationship with the Prophet ﷺ and strong memory, we would have missed many important parts of his life, like rulings about prayer, purity and family life. This marriage wasn't by coincidence or out of desire. It was a part of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you, and never ever ask this stupid question again.